So, can you tell the folks who you guys are?
Camara Jackson, CEO and Executive Director of Elite Learners Inc.
Darren Dixon, Chief of Staff of Elite Learners Inc.
All right. So, how did you guys make the connection with Social Justice Fund?
So Elite Learners does community-based violence prevention work, and we were reached out. They contacted us and asked if we would be a part. So.
Oh, yeah. One of the things that I saw from you guys' website is that you guys, in addition to just sort of like helping kids academically, you guys sort of like help them outside of school, like really making sure that the whole person is supported. Just how do you sort of like make that work meaningful when you're working with the young people you guys do?
Go ahead, take it.
Well, yeah. One of the things that we do, and it's been a pleasure working with Camara Jackson. It's almost been a year for me now, and one of the things I've learned is that not only do the kids need support in school, they need support out of school. So once the school day is over, sometimes they get into situations where they need help, they need some advice, and by being able to do that, it helps us a lot. Learn about the children in the neighborhood.
One of our biggest programs is our conflict mediation program. That allows young people to learn how to express themselves when they not necessarily agree, right? So we learn to be respectful. We teach them how to express their feelings, but mediate in the conflict and not resulting into violence.
Yeah. The thing when I saw with the conflict mediation, I was like, it's great to sort of have that in person, but also you guys are teaching it so when they're not around Elite or they're not around like a mentor or someone like that, they're able to do it themselves. Just how do you think that sort of like teaching sort of helps promote independence and allows them to sort of like teach other people conflict mediation as well too?
It's about growth and development. We teach our young people to give us a call, no matter the time, the place, the location, right? Reach out. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you don't know how to respond, or you think that you may do something that could hurt you later on, stop. Think about Elite, give us a call, and we are able to walk them through those experiences. So it's life-changing. We stay with our young people, we support their families, and we make sure that they know that we're just a phone call away.
Yeah, because one of the important things is for when you're teaching is that get them to understand that it's not only what you do when people are watching, it's what you're doing when you're not being watched. And that's one of the biggest things that we try to impress upon all the students that we work with.
Yeah, something else you guys do is the mentorship program for the young boys and the young girls. How do you sort of like, what do you think makes being a really good mentor, and how do you think that work sort of inspires other folks behind them to sort of be mentors for their own people as well too?
So we have our Ladies to Queens mentorship program for our young girls and Brothers Bonded for our males. And these programs are really hands-on. We do several weeks of workshops. They are real life situations. We come in, we really have the discussions. So it's not only a mentorship program, but it's a hand-on life-changing experience being within the program. So it's a hit within the New York City public schools. I'm proud of the mentorship programs, but more importantly, they leave with the skills, right? The mindset to know how to handle what may be ahead before it even reaches them. So I'm proud to say that from both of the programs.
And one of the programs that we have that helps a lot with that is our debate program, because kids often get into a lot of different conflicts about what's going on, what they believe in, what they don't believe in. So our debate program really, really helps with that.
Something I'm thinking about also as you guys are talking about mediation and the different programs is the concept of teamwork and sort of like being one with community for the young people. For you guys at Elite, what's the coalition building process for you like, especially with so many needs that need to be addressed in New York City? Just how do you sort of go about really making strong, meaningful partnerships across the board?
So for one, our partnership within, and that's within the staffers, right? Within the consultants, within the individuals that work and support Elite, we build on it. So we do a lot of in-house trainings. We do a lot of in-house mediations and conversations. The family kind of starts with Elite, and then we extend out to community. So it's big. When we are extending out, we're already strong, and we're now strengthening what we have in-house so that we can be better. So I think that's one of our secret recipes to how we build meaningful partnerships, and why they last so long is because we have the strength within, so we're guaranteed to have the strength without.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if you go online, you see one of our slogans that says "Each one, teach one," and that's just really, really huge.
And now that you guys are partnered with the Social Justice Fund, how do you think this connection will sort of help you guys take your work to an even higher level?
Well, we're excited just to be able to be here today. We've been able to have our website shared within the QR codes, so we're getting more traction that way. The commercial, everything we've done has just been an experience for us, so I'm overly joyed and thankful. But it's been a rough week for us as a whole, dealing with what's happening in Brooklyn and one of our areas. So we're hoping that folks not only recognize us for the work that we do in the community, but more importantly, recognize us for the partnership we now have with you.
And with both of us being former educators, that just helps a lot. With producing, not just like we said in the classroom, but outside the classroom. We do a lot of other non-violent interruption work in the neighborhoods, so we canvass the areas and we try to talk to the youth about trying to prevent them from getting into things that they can't get out of later, because as you know, trouble is easy to get into and hard to get out of. So we use that.
Ms. Jackson, you mentioned that it's been a bit of a rough week in Brooklyn. I guess for you guys, as people who do this kind of work, what sort of helps when it's rough? What really sort of helps you guys sort of like recenter and sort of like get back on the good foot to sort of resume the good work going forward?
Well, when you can enjoy a Liberty game, that does it, right?
Right.
Especially after being out in the street all weekend. But yeah, things like this, our partnership, being able to enjoy the game, taking care of yourself, right? Because if you're not taking care of yourself and we're not pouring into ourselves and the other staffers, then we really can't aid our neighbors and assist. So just taking that time to decompress and think about the next step.
Yeah, absolutely, because right now we're just getting recharged right now. We're just taking a moment, a couple of days of just straight work and just taking care of the community. But right now we're kind of like taking care of ourselves, just taking a deep breath, watching the game and just, doing something different for a moment, and then we'll recharge and get right back at it.
All right, and I'm gonna let you guys get back to the game, but before we wrap up, is there anything that I didn't ask that you want to put special attention to or shout out?
I would say check out our Instagram and our website and, follow Elite Learners.
I would say to you, just keep on looking at the great work this young lady is doing. I'm so proud of her. Just keep watching. You'll see.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it.